It's now a week since Israel declared war on Hamas after an unprecedented ground, air and sea assault by Hamas militants on Israel over the weekend. Death toll continues to mount on both the sides. Over 1,300 Israelis and over 1,500 Palestinians have lost their lives so far. The humanitarian crisis is mounting as well, and countries have now swung into diplomatic action to avoid a spillover. In the latest update, Israel's military chief has said that now is the time for war. The United Nations said Israel's military informed it late on Thursday that 1.1 million Palestinians in Gaza should relocate to the enclave's south within the next 24 hours. Palestinians fear it could be a precursor to a planned Israeli ground offensive following a deadly Hamas militant attack. Now, while U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has arrived in Jordan after his Israel visit, he will meet Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and Jordan's King Abdullah in Amman. His visit aims to engage regional partners on efforts to help prevent the conflict from spreading even further. He will also visit Qatar and Saudi Arabia. During his Israel visit, Blinken met Prime Minister Netanyahu. He vowed a robust support for Israel as he said the country will never fight alone, as US will always be on its side. The Israeli Prime Minister showed Blinken the horrific images of infant victims who were murdered and burned by Hamas. Those images were shared by Netanyahu on social media platform X. WION is consciously choosing not to show these photographs and not broadcasting them here on air as well. As West ramps up its diplomatic efforts in the region, Iran has called on Islamic and Arab countries to form a united front against Israel. Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi accused Israel of a genocide. Tehran has also reportedly offered to host an emergency meeting of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Meanwhile, Iran's foreign minister has warned that if Israel's bombardment of Gaza continues, the war may open on other fronts, which is seen as an apparent reference to the Lebanese group Hezbollah. Israeli parliament has approved Prime Minister Netanyahu's emergency unity government in a 66-4 vote. Opposition members have also joined this government to take on Hamas. Formation of the new government underlines the suspension of normal political rules during one of the most serious crises in Israel's history. Former Prime Minister Yair Lapid, who is the leader of the largest opposition party in parliament, has refused to join the government. Human Rights Watch accuses Israel of using white phosphorus munitions in its military operations in Gaza and Lebanon. Now, the use of such weapons puts civilians at risk of serious and long-term injury. Israel continues to pound Gaza Strip with airstrikes. The country has tightened its siege of Gaza, which saw another night without electricity. Israel has blocked supply of fuel and food as well as electricity to Gaza. Now, Red Cross says Gaza hospitals risk turning into morgues. Israel says the siege will remain in place until Hamas releases some 150 hostages taken after Saturday assault. Now, the Israeli army has said it has bombarded the Gaza Strip with approximately 6,000 bombs containing 4,000 tons of explosives since Saturday. These are visuals from Gaza. This is what remains of the Strip. And it all started on Saturday when it began the strikes. Meanwhile, Israel's kibbutz Holet has suffered severe damages as it was attacked by Hamas militants over the weekend.
אתם רואים את הזוועה פה.
Amid the raging war, many countries have also ramped up efforts to rescue their citizens. India's first charter flight under Operation Ajay, carrying 212 citizens from war-torn Israel, landed in New Delhi this morning. More than 200 Nepali nationals who evacuated from Israel also returned home today. while a flight with 377 French nationals evacuated from Israel landed in Paris.